Hi everyone, this is Bruno from House of Falcone. We're here with Threads of Success. I'm here with Jhumur and incredible developer in Sydney. That's amazing.
Thank you, Bruno. It's my pleasure. I really loved our conversation so far. So I'm looking forward to it.
I know we're really just like chatting away. We went to see the one of your not job sites. Sorry.
One of my development sites. You know how I
sites.
took you this morning.
Amazing. So right after the airport, we went straight to the development site.
Yes.
And today I kind of want to, in a conversational way, I want to make development easy for most people to understand, because that's what you do.
Yeah.
You make it so easy, you make it accessible, which is a concept that it's completely foreign. There's always these walls and kind of to get into development, and you are able to get them all out of the way. So I wanted to talk about that, and obviously your journey. And this is up to you, how much you feel open to wanting to discuss, and if you want to.
I'll give you all, Bruno. I'll give you all.
I like it. I'm gonna start from the fact that personally, I come from a family with very I don't even know how to describe it, small beginnings or zero beginnings, really.
It's a humble beginning.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And, like yourself, I built everything that I have by myself, with my wife, but literally no help from my parents, from scratch. And we done it the hard way, right? I know that you did the same. You done it hard. You came to Australia like myself, built everything from scratch. But then there was a moment that changed everything in your life. Tell me about that moment.
You asked me a very emotional question, Bruno, but I will share with it. As you said, I also came from Bangladesh 22 years ago. I also came from, it's a poor country. That's where we came. And growing up, it was hard because I really never felt the safety or security that the hard true. But when I came this country, I felt so much secure. I felt so much freedom in me. And I fell in love with this country straight away.
Yeah.
So
it's a very giving country. I think if you work hard, it kind of it reflects the dream of that middle class dream, right?
Yes.
But you broke the ceiling.
Well, look, when I come here, so my husband and I, we both working, we did everything by the government rule, the script. We got our government job, we have 2 kids, our home, 2 properties, 2 cars. That's all we just did.
Yeah.
And I wanted to buy my next property, but I couldn't because I was maxed out. I was looking for ways, how can I buy more properties? Because I just love properties. Where I came from, my parents, my grandparents, we just love property. We have acres of land.
Yeah.
That was always in my mind, what I wanted, but I was stuck. That's when I started looking for what else can I do. I started to go from one seminar to another one, hearing for people, the experts, what is the solution? And that's when I had a mindset shift. That's when I just realized I have to fix the problem I have. My borrowing power is maxed out. I cannot go get it. So I have to do something different to get a different result. And that's why my husband and I, we are both together in this journey. And one night, I have to say, we were very sad. We were in a situation thinking we just were a lot of pain. I have 4 properties. I still didn't have money for groceries. I was asset rich, but cash flow poor. And that is the moment I decided I'm going to change my situation. And that's when I decided I sold all my properties. I sold my car and I started property development in a different way.
Yes.
So that was the emotional point, but I moved forward. But what I can tell you now, 99% of people, what I can see, they're just stuck in the idea. You got to buy your home, you pay the 20% mortgage, and then with 20% of the deposit, and then the next 30 years of your life, you pay down the mortgage. So that's a vicious circle. You have to get back to the 9 to 5. You can't really skip it.
Yeah.
And how many properties you can get? Maximum 3, 4, 5? That's all. You can't really go more than 5 with this way.
No. not on your names. And there's a lot of different strategies and a lot of different ways to do it. But what I liked about it is that you specifically knew that you needed to break that ceiling. You needed to really change it all. And not only you changed it for yourself, like today, managing how many projects you said?
So today, I'm managing 7 active land subdivision projects. So I'm creating 121 properties, and I'm also building 161 houses. And they're all in the growing suburbs of Sydney.
Incredible.
So my property portfolio now is over $130 million.
I mean, like, you are describing something that for most people is an impossibility. For most people is, I don't know, this is the life for the rich. This is the life for the 1%. Is almost like, quote unquote, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of, and you are now ready to bring on a journey people that are not millionaires, people that want to get into the game of development without, that burdens. Like, I don't have $20 million to spare. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, first of all, why did it came around that idea? Why did you thought of bringing all of your investors and changing everyone's life the way that I know you are? Because I spoke to a lot of the people that have worked with you, and literally your gift to them is financial freedom. Your gift to them is quit your job, have this income, and build on your wealth.
Yeah.
Literally, right? So tell me a little bit about, like, how did it come about, like, this idea? And, what's driving you today?
Actually, Bruno, it came from my own pain points. I was also trying to solve my own pain problem. So what I mean by that, we're having all these properties still maxed out. Like, every month I have to pay the mortgage, and it was a heavy mortgage, $14,000, $16,000 per month. Both of us working government job paying it. Then I realized I need to become time free. I need to free up my time. Then I can work on what I like. And to do that, I need my financial freedom. So I did the reverse engineering. I set up my goals. So, like, I just need $5 million. With $5 million, I can have 3 mortgage-free properties. Like, let's say in Sydney average, $1.5 million medium house price.
Yes.
So I'll have 3 mortgage-free properties. So I just need to make $5 million. And the income I will get, it will, let's say, each of them giving you $40,000. So you just 3 of them, $120,000 passive income you get. That is actually enough for me to live rest of my life. I never have to work. I have 24 hours. My bills, everything will be paid. So I can do whatever I like. That was my initial goal. And that's when I started to do reverse engineering. That means what I have to do, how many deals I have to do, how much money I have to make. That's how I did. And that's when I came up with the idea, I just need to make $2 million from one deal. I'll just do 3 deals. Hey, go, I have $6 million.
Wow.
I'll solve my financial freedom problem.
That's incredible. Yeah.
So that I created actually to solve my own pain.
That's crazy. Wow.
And that's what I can share with people, that now it has become my blueprint, my $2 million land development blueprint. Yeah. And that's where, because I'm very passionate about creating wealth. It's very high in my values, creating wealth. And I love to see others when they create wealth through property development. It makes me feel that it makes me satisfied. It tells me that I'm fulfilling my purpose in life.
That's amazing. And so what I love about it, and this is to recap, you came to Australia 0 to account for, and then you built your own little investment properties portfolio, the one that everybody teaches out there. Everybody knows that that's a path, and that is a path still for the top 10%,
still available.
5%. I don't know what it is. Then you knew that you had a ceiling, and you shattered it. You broke it by becoming literally a developer and creating your market, creating your opportunities. And now you opened up to more investors such as myself as well,
Yes.
which I come from the same school, purchase my properties and, and hope for the best,
Yeah.
right? And I'm very happy to be on this journey with you now. But what I can't stress to say is that you do not need the millions of dollars to be part of your journey and to enter the developing game with you, Jhumur. Like you, and this is because you made it simple, you made it easy, you made it accessible to a great community, to people that want to remove themselves from the normal rules.
Yeah.
And then on top of it all, now you have what's it called? Now you're looking at all of the deals in a different way. So you have I want to call it like your own brain, right?
Yes.
Your own brain when you're looking at deals.
Yes.
And tell me about it. So because I know the little bits and pieces. I know that when you look at things, you look at it with 2 years in advance.
Yes.
You're looking into the future and you know what's going to happen. I know that you're looking at creative ways to work with the owners of the properties that you want to.
Yeah.
But tell me more about it.
Oh, look,
Tell me
I
about
feel
your
like
brain.
I had all the different lives. So when I came in here, actually, I found myself a job. I did everybody else did. Then I actually saved for the deposit. I bought my home. That was a long journey. And I think most of the people do this way because they don't know the alternative yet.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's when I was looking for a solution for my pains, and I found the alternative, which is land subdivision. Why I like it so much? Because land subdivision is the only way you know that you can have actually mortgage-free properties. So every land subdivision I do, my target is collecting 1 or 2 mortgage-free properties. And they go back to my foundational asset.
Yeah.
What I mean by foundational asset, like I hold on to these properties for my generations. Because, land appreciates. Land is the only thing you can transfer to your next generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I just love it. This is the way. And
But on top of it all, now when you're looking at the deals for all of the new things that you're working out with all of your investors, what I notice is that you have this weird, future-like understanding of what's happening. So when you look at a deal, what are you thinking of? What are the things that you like to kind of have a look at before deciding on taking the next step?
I started to thinking, as I said, differently, because if you keep doing the same thing, you'll get the same result. So I started to look into deals like a different way. This is what I was telling, how does my brain actually work? So I started reading what is our state government planning.
Wow.
Where every state in Australia, federal government and all the states, they have their planning, what they wish for their cities to have in the next 5 years, 10 years benchmarks. So I started looking into where are they going to get more population, where there will be land release. Is there any transport corridor upgrade? Is there any growth node? Is there any schools, hospitals, any road upgrade or employment opportunity created? See, these are the sort of indication I started looking. For example, one of them is the Western Sydney International Airport. The government made actually 20 years plan. Last 20 years, they made this plan and they have been in the process of making it. And finally, it is going to open up end of this year.
Wow.
So that's how I was thinking. Where is the government looking 2 years later, 4 years later? Which market will become, which suburb will have the growth? And that's where I go targeting, which are the properties. That's where I can secure my land subdivision criteria.
Because you're not looking at the properties as what's in the market, what's the best deal that I can get out of a property, how can I compete with all the buyers in the market? You're not thinking that. You're literally thinking, what's going to happen in 2 years' time and let me work on it.
Exactly, because as a developer, my job is to be in looking to the future.
Wow.
So I'm not staying here or not in the past, what mistake I've done, what I can do now. I'm thinking about what can I change in future.
That's awesome.
So
and then you got the 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
And on top of it, you looked at the creating deals in a very creative way. It's not real estate is not going on realestate.com, is literally going to the owners.
Like you'll see the 99% people, if they want to buy a house, they will go to the real estate side or the domain.com. But these are what I call the low-hanging fruit because everybody's looking in there. If you want to buy a house, you go to the auction and you bid against each other. The price goes higher. You can't really afford it. People often goes above their budget. And when you can't buy it, you get disappointed. And next week, you go again, buy again. But think about this way. Do you ever make the calculative decision, are these properties going to make me money? How long it will take me to get money?
You hope and
what
pray.
Will be my mortgage? Exactly. This is what I'm calling this. Like you're just going to buy, hold, and pray. Someday, in Australia, this is what we've seen. If you just buy and hold a property for average 11 years or so, the price actually doubles. Like, it doesn't need any brainer. No brainer can do this. But the 11 years of your time, that's the factor I'm saying. It's got to be something better. That's why I use the 2 years' time to manufacture the growth.
But there's also inflation in the middle of it all. Like, yes, the price doubles, but it's what's the buying power, right? Like, what is the real cost of that to that property?
If you put the inflation price, the money 10 years ago, the value of the money 10 years later now, what is the difference? Are you actually making any profit?
That's right.
Most of the people actually don't see this. They just go very emotionally.
Correct.
So that's when I had to be thinking about logically.
And that's when it comes in your strategy for profit.
Yeah.
Because instead of like going for like the 10% annual rate kind of like return, what do you do?
Yeah. So this is what I call my 2 million land development blueprint. And I've got only one philosophy. So every single land subdivision I do, it's got to make 2 million profit. If it doesn't, I just walk away. I don't look into this because it's too much risk. If you are doing a deal, if it doesn't have enough profit, very slim margin, that means any market change, any blowout in the cost, they're going to eat up all of your profit and you're not going to make any money. And that's what I see the biggest risk. That's why I look into the future. What is it we're going to build for a community, where it will be? Because there is no point creating a product if nobody's going to buy from you.
Yeah.
The site I take you this morning, my Western Sydney 20-lot subdivision site, the government has actually created 28,000 jobs. So that means those people are going to come live into this area. They need houses.
Yeah.
And I secured this property 2 years ago because I was thinking from 2 years ago, what's going to happen now?
That's
and
right.
we are on the right stage where you're looking. And think about my investors.
No, that's incredible. And I mean, like the different things that I know that I never heard any other developer doing is that you back all of your project with your own money. So it's not some of the developers that will just borrow the money or they'll get investors, but you back all of your projects with your own money. You invite your investors to work with you in those projects with that excellent security on it. And then on top of it all, you kind of like share, you're super generous, like you share like the wins. And you share the wins and you have incredible security on all of the projects that you do. So what does it sound like it's too good to be true?
You're not the first person, Bruno. I hear it all the time. It's too good to be true. Why your project makes so much money?
Yeah.
So that's why I actually take my investor through an education, like why my deals make that much money. It's a lot of things. Number one, the structure I do. The structure, I mean, I don't buy properties from on market. I go off market. So where I negotiate with the vendors directly. So there is no middleman, nothing.
That's right.
And I always believe if you can solve problem, you can make money. So I go there, solve the vendor problem. That's why I get the terms I want. And when I get the terms and the structure, that makes money. But that's just part one. There is another part in this creativity, which is the investor. As we were saying that all my projects, I personally put my cash. So the way I structure, I always will have longer time. Even one of my projects is 3.5 years long.
Yes.
That's much time I got. So I always ask for due diligence. Why? Because then I go check, is this the project safe? Can I do this one? Is my money safe? So initially I put my money to do all this due diligence. And when the project is safe, only then. Because remember I told you I couldn't afford groceries and I didn't have the freedom. So that's why it's so important for me. The project is safe. So my investors coming in, they feel the safety as well.
Yeah, that's incredible.
If you go out in the market, you'll always hear, say, what's the security you're going to give? Is it a caveat? Is it a second mortgage or what?
Mm.
In my eyes, they are actually very low-level security. Like, if you don't sell the property, your investor, they have a caveat, they will never get their money back. It's very low. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's very low.
Yes.
Where I include them, you can have the highest security possible in Australia. That's how I go, transparent.
Wow.
You get the highest security, so you feel like you are the owner. You become the owner.
Yeah.
That is the highest security is available in Australia.
And then not only that, so again, like, you come from nothing, build your empire. Now you're sharing on the wins. You're letting people in on some of these deals that will be like definitely inaccessible for most people. And you're helping people, like you teach them how to do it. And on top of it, you were able to recreate quite literally your brain, the way that you think about deals, the way that you see deals within AI. What's the story behind that?
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Bruno, I have personally invested in AI and I'm just loving it how AI is thinking. Well, right now I'm just building my own brand, like a 9-figure land developer brand in AI.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so like imagine you doing a land subdivision. Traditional way you have to, if you have a mentor, you have to book a call with your mentor, wait for the time and then go talk with the problem. That just takes forever.
Yes.
Life is too short. And AI is actually here to help us make faster decision, better decision. So I put down all my information, all brain. So anybody has my AI, they can just talk to me. Like on the AI, they don't have to wait to make a call. It's like having your personal coach in your pocket 24/7.
But beside that, I mean, like, and that's awesome. But then on top of it, they can evaluate deals. They can find the deals.
They can do their feasibilities in the deal.
Right.
Even they can do their legal paperwork. Like when you're going to a solicitor, you get feedback. But as a land developer, I can tell you should have this clause, that clause, because this is the terms you need. So in my AI, go talk to my legal brain. That will tell you what you actually exactly need.
That's incredible.
Isn't it?
So you literally, with your experience, you bundle it up, like you put it into this AI machine system, and quite literally now it will give me the same answers as you were giving me the answers about deals, about, all of the analysis that you do, like, which is enormous. So basically a team of 10 now could be just done by your AI.
Absolutely, Bruno. Like I used to work for 40 hours with now AI. The 40 hours of research I could literally do in 4 hours time.
Wow.
It's amazing. Like reading those state government documents, information, what is their planning, that could take days, weeks and weeks. But with my AI, I know the perfect prompt I have to give them. Because if you don't give the right prompt, your AI is not going to give you the right result. So I can give them, created my own prompt, like what is the outcome I want. And I give them the prompt, it can analyze the councils, the suburbs, and it goes to the property level, like a very detailed way.
Yeah.
So that just saves hours and hours timing. I did the hard way, but I'm creating these tools so everybody can do it faster.
I mean, like, I don't know if you realize, but literally what you're doing, it is so much. You are, and so rare. So you're doing it yourself. You're investing, you're building, you're doing all of this for your own self. On top of it, you are able to share tools like the AI brain and kind of like all of the things, and the course where you help people take them hand by the hand and kind of like take them in the journey and quite literally help them solve the same problem that you had. So that's absolutely incredible.
Thank you, Bruno. But as I said, it is very high in my values. as I mentioned to you, growing up, I didn't really have the freedom. So it's very important for me. And that's what I feel the freedom here. And creating wealth is so high in my values. I see anybody talking about money or wealth creation, I just want to share with them. Look, there is a better way. Why don't you give it a try? You've got nothing to lose. Just give it a try.
No gatekeeping. I like
That's
it.
what I was showing in my masterclass, the $2 million deal blueprint masterclass. So with my AI and my land development knowledge, land subdivision is the way. If you want to have mortgage-free properties, if you want to create generational wealth, if you want to create your legacy, because this is our one and only life. What legacy are you leaving for the world?
That's incredible.
Can you even contribute to others? That's why I see the AI is a contribution, my contribution to the society.
Beautiful.
To making people's life better.
So if anybody, because I mean, like, this sounds very exciting. I'm sure that everybody will be like dying to know how to get in touch with you, how to even start this process with you, especially now that we make sure to kind of show how development is not complicated. It's easy and is accessible, and you made it all possible by yourself. And now you build this literal multi-million-dollar empire in Sydney. How do you answer your DMs? Like, how would it work?
Bruno, I think anyone is interested, they can reach out to me by LinkedIn or they can email me, Jhumur at risinglandgroup.com as well. What I would say that is the wealth you are creating. And I came from Bangladesh, from one of the poor countries. If you have the passion, if you are really action taking part, believe in it, you can do it.
That's amazing.
And remember, I had nothing. I did everything by myself. I had to save the money. I had to do everything. But what I'll tell you, I hear it all the time. People say, I don't have enough money. I don't have multi-million-dollar to do the land subdivision. I can find a profitable deal. The vendor wants too much. The numbers don't stack up. The agents bring me the dud deals. All these things I hear all the time. So if you want a different solution, then you need to look at through the different lens of eyes. And that's exactly what I did. So you, mindset-wise, you've got to be ready to hear somebody saying something different and give that a try. That's how you're going to find another solution.
That's how you're going to change your life.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I did.
I can't wait. Now for the tailoring questions.
That's my favorite one.
Now, this section is brought to you by House of Falcone.
Yes, House of Falcone. I love that. I am wearing the House of Falcone, see?
I know.
You made this custom one for me.
I know.
How beautiful is this?
I was very excited about this one. So this was your first custom suit experience, or was it? Or was it not?
Yes.
First custom suit experience.
Yes.
I see.
I didn't really understand what is a custom suit. I never really wore one.
Did I make it easy for you?
You did.
Oh,
what was good, you told me they will be very comfortable, and they are.
Yeah.
And look at the design, the fabric itself. It's so wow.
I think for you specifically, what I liked is that we took our time. Because obviously you're building this massive empire, right? We just talked about it, everything. Like you have so much going on. And the last thing that you have time for is to think about what you're going to wear, right? Yeah. And also you go on stage, you literally just spoke in front of 2,000 people in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. I mean, why do you think it was important for you to really work on your personal brand and your image, considering the fact that you're working in something that most people think it's complicated, so meaning development? How do you think your personal brand is affecting the perception of the public when wearing a suit?
That's a very important question, Bruno. When I first time met with my business coach, he told me, you are making multi-million-dollar, but you are not dressing up as someone's successful. That time I realized, I'm just wearing my normal jeans and hoodie is trying to meet with the people that have millions and billions of dollars. but I'm not dressing up. They're not seeing my brand. They're not understanding my presence. They're probably taking me as a weekend property developer, a hobby developer, somebody like this.
Yeah.
And it was really impacting my branding as well. And I think that is the time you and I connected. And when I saw what you've been learned about you, the suits you're making them, your beautiful suits. So I got interested.
Yeah.
I started this. I have to tell you, last year when I was in Los Angeles giving my speech in front of 2,000 people with your suits,
Yes.
every single people came and asked me, so what a beautiful color. Who made this for you?
Really?
It did.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tell them, look at this. See, this is House of Falcon. I go there.
I think I saw you, like, it's beautiful because from when I met you, you really worked on your personal branding. You spoke at the Sydney Opera House. You spoke in Los Angeles. You embarked on this journey of being a public figure, like, and kind of like having to get people to trust you or to be an authority in your industry.
Yeah.
Why exactly, and this is you, why do you think you couldn't do what you did when wearing, your casual wear? Like, have you gone on in front of 2,000 people and just like wear whatever casual clothes you wanted? Like, why do you think it kind of like made that difference?
I realized when I wear this suit stand up in the stage, I realized a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. So when I started wearing this, people's perception changed. They start to take me as a more serious business person. They start to take me seriously as a business, the land developer. But before that, my perception, what I was wearing, what I was saying, wasn't really converting to my brand image. Because on my brand, on my website, I say, okay, I'm doing 7 deals, over $130 million, 121 properties. But how are you dressing up? How are you showing up on the other side? So there was a huge gap I could see.
Yeah.
So when I wear these at PR, I think it instantly builds trust. They started to see me as an expert authority. So
and you were already. I mean, like the thing about it is that I feel that what we done with you specifically, you already had the knowledge. You already had the experience. You were already an expert. We just needed for other people to see it. Like, I feel that you already were there. You again, multi-million dollars, like hundreds of millions of dollars of properties. And yet, the moment that we started working together, I feel that really gave you that positioning, I feel like, within a community of investors. And please tell me, ever since we've done the suits, how much money have you raised from, I mean, if you don't want to say, but it's in the millions, right?
Bruno, up until now this year, Trish and I have already raised $13.6 million.
Wow.
So just the month January, it's $13.6 million. I'm talking about all of my deals
investors.
Across. That is what. But I have to tell you, when I chose to wear a suit, I didn't know. I wasn't comfortable. Is it the right color? Is it the right fitting? So you and Angela actually spent quite a lot of time to figure out what my image should be, what will be beneficial for me, which color, which fabrics, how do I present, how do I do all of this? So I found quite a value in there when you spend the time and you gave that value to.
Oh, thank you. Well, I think in general, I like that we got time to work on your brand. We worked on how you wanted to be perceived, and we associated colors that will work with you, but also with that perception. And I'm so glad that everything is happening for you. Like, you're working so well, like you're going as fast as a jet. And I mean, and the cool thing about it is that now that we know that I know the direction that you're going, today is a clear example. Like we just met for very little time, and I had a couple of suggestions because I know what's your upcoming events, and I was like, well, like if you're in Dubai, I think you should work with this and that, and literally
If
5
I'm
minutes.
going to Dubai, I'm gonna
done.
be the billionaire over there, 2 billionaire, not 1, 2 billionaire. So I gotta dress up as a serious businesswoman.
Again,
That's what I love it. Because when I start putting my pictures, talking on the stage with investors, meeting with people, I think it started to convert as in the investors, converting in my business. That is the real value actually you gave me.
well, thank you. What would you say to a person that is afraid of working with a tailor?
You know what?
Or working with me, actually.
Well, what?
Why would you be afraid of working with me?
I think, Bruno, you are the best friend anyone could have. If you are helping anybody, they will be definitely lucky because you are different from others. People might be thinking, how can I sell? But you are going, how can I serve this person? So that's what differentiates you. If someone comes to you and said, what do you have to know? Just try the suit on, see how much it converts for your money. Try it out for yourself. If you're not trying,
Yeah,
you just
nothing will happen.
Nothing gonna happen. You're not gonna make any money if you're not gonna try something.
I mean, the cool thing about it is that, like, I feel very lucky to spend time with people as successful as you are. And for people that listen to this podcast, I feel there's a very common denominator, and it is always action, fast action. Whatever you decide to do, just do something about it. In your case, it was literally selling all of your properties and throwing yourself into the ocean of development. And then when you met me in a very smaller scale, was about letting go of anything that didn't produce the outcome that you wanted, and the suit, speaking in front of 2,000 people, speaking on stage, made the difference when having that first impression, the perception, and how experienced you are. So it's been incredible working with you, and I cannot wait to see the next one, sir.
Can I just also quickly say before we finish it out? I believe there are 2 ways a person can change. Either something life-changing event happens to you, or through the personal development. So that means every day you apply, you try small steps to change yourself. So I practice business every day. So I work on my personal development every day. And I think this was the reason I was able to make the first decision. Do I stick with my 4 properties and stuck with my 9 to 5, can't buy anymore? Or do I just go do something else? So I made that decision. I made the quick action. Selling it, it's a massive action. If you go ask somebody else, they will get paralyzed. So this is what I learned from my coach. The more decisions you make, the more money you make.
That's incredible. And the massive decision that I made, a massive action, was to work with your AI recently. We literally were working together on a deal, and now I'm literally in the pool of massive developers because of your AI, and I cannot wait. And I mean, there's projections there, but I don't want to share. But again, it's in the millions. Your AI has done incredible stuff.
You, Bruno. One of my deals is the profit return is 75.6%. Whenever I tell people it's too good to be true. Let me explain.
Thank you to the AI brain of Jhumur. Thank you. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much, Bruno. I really enjoyed